John Eats Cheap doing a family favorite here, stuffed mushrooms. There are so many ways to do stuffed mushrooms. I like a cream cheese, Parmesan, you know, maybe a little garlic flavor, but I like a little meat in them too. And actually, I am doing a lot of leftover stuff. We had some mushrooms left over, so that's gonna be the basis of our stuffed mushrooms. I'll show you how to prepare those. Got like just a little Asiago cheese left over from some Asiago cheese bread Mrs. Cheap did. I got a little leftover Italian sausage, so we'll have a little bit of meat, some Parmesan, and cream cheese. I got a little veggie cream cheese left over. We're gonna put that in. It's stuffed mushrooms in the air fryer. Hey, let's get started. So to start off, I'm just gonna brown this little bit of, you know, that's not much. That's maybe, you know, 2 or 3 ounces of, it's like a large meatball size, but the mushrooms have a lot of stuff in them and we don't have many mushrooms, so we don't need much meat. So this will be just right. So here's how we prepare our mushrooms. Just, I rinsed them off because, you know, mushrooms are grown in, you know, bad stuff. So pull the stem out. Don't discard the stem. That's filling and flavor. Tastes like a mushroom, a little chewy, but we're gonna dice it up and cook it in butter and salt and pepper, and I'm telling you, that's part of the filling. So I got some stems. There's just like a little broken piece off of a mushroom.
And these were just like the baby bellas you got.
These are baby bellas, got them at Sam's.
But you've done them with like white mushrooms, white button mushrooms.
Yeah, you can use any of the, you know, the big mushrooms like this. It wouldn't work with like an oyster mushroom, but you know. Yeah, these are so good, very flavorful. Now, we just gotta dice these stems up. This is where the handy chopper, one of my favorite tools, love this thing. I don't even know, is it Pampered Chef probably?
Yes.
Oh, I have used this thing so much. Great for onions. You can just chop it a few times if you want, you know, big chunks, or you can really mince it up. For this, I'm really mincing it up. So I usually do it about 33 times.
So it's good for working out frustrations as well.
Yeah, I didn't even know how many times I did it there, but because I was talking. 33 times. Oh, needs to go a little more. 7 more. So 40 times. And there we go. So I'll get that into a bowl, and we'll just saute that in butter with salt and pepper and a little garlic, and you'll want to eat it by the spoonful. I want to get every bit here too. So I got to get a utensil, clean that out. All right, sausage is done. I'm going to get these minced stems in there. Let those sweat a little. Then we'll add the salt and pepper.
And garlic?
Oh yeah, we can put a little garlic in that. We'll put whatever we want. This is Cheap's garlic. Yes, probably not quite a tablespoon, but it's a lot of garlic.
Well, it's just a little.
Yeah.
A little batch.
And mix that up. Once you see it kind of starts to sweat a little bit, turn a little bit brown, I'm gonna go ahead and add our seasoning. Some salt and some pepper. Let that sweat. I'm just a little bit under medium, kind of a medium low. Let it stew, get all that flavor. So now my sausage is brown, but I don't want that big of chunks. I want it to be minced like the mushrooms are, just so it blends in. You'll get all the flavor, but you don't need chunks of meat in these. I guess you could, and kind of like have them be mini meatballs.
Well, if you were making like a bigger batch,
yeah, if I was making a bigger batch, you could keep it bigger or not. So that's just minced up a little bit. So we'll get that here. All right, I'm going to prepare my pan. Just spread a little butter on the bottom here so the mushrooms won't stick. And, you know, it's more butter, you know? So that's good.
More flavor.
And these mushrooms, when they cook out, they'll put a lot of liquid out. You know, they're still full of water. So, you know, it takes a little bit of time, but also you like them to have a little bit of firmness so you can pick them up, you know. Sometimes I will even add a little butter into the mushroom, like that. Yeah, you can do that. But we're gonna have enough filling in, so we don't need to do that. If I was doing just the cheese, maybe. So many ways to make these. All right, so we have our sausage into the pan. Get it all. Get in there. The mushroom stems and garlic into the pan. And now this is just veggie cream cheese we had left over.
So probably like a third
Just
of the
got a little bit
container.
left. Yeah, maybe a fourth of it. And the cream cheese is the main ingredient in the stuffing. The great thing is, if you end up with too much stuffing for your mushrooms, this is cheap, and I like to, you know, put it on these toast crouton points, kind of like what are those little sliced Italian bread things?
Mushroom bread.
Yeah, little mushroom toast. Add some Parmesan here. And I'm sorry I don't have amounts. I'm just kind of eyeballing it, but that's kind of the way I do it with this, because I'm not making a specified amount. I'm going to save some of that to top, so it'll look like a professional chef. Now we're just mixing this all together. Just get it mixed up real well. That stuff's a little warm, so it kind of melts the cream cheese down a little bit. And see, I have that sausage in there, so the cream cheese isn't the pure star of the show, so I'm okay if I'm a little light on the cream cheese with this one. This one's more of an everything.
It smells good already.
I know. And if I'm doing this in the regular oven, I'd be preheating the oven right now to probably 350, kind of the general oven temp. And you notice I didn't put any breadcrumbs in or anything like that. Sometimes I'll put some Italian breadcrumbs in. I make these different almost every time. And one thing, they're always good.
And they're a great, like, party appetizer.
Excellent. Everybody loves them. Everybody raves about them.
And they can be served kind of room temperature. They don't have to be super hot when you serve them, too.
And since I'm going to top with my cheese, I got just a little bit left of my homegrown green onion. I'm just going to go ahead and throw that in, so it'll be mixed in with it. I was going to top with it, but I just called an audible. I'm going to put it in the middle.
So we have a vegetable, so it's healthy.
A vegetable. All right. Let me clear the area. Okay, now we need to stuff the mushrooms. Now you can put this in like a Ziploc and squeeze it in, but I usually just do it this way. Sometimes with that cream cheese, if it's not melted a little bit, it's kind of tough to squeeze through the bag. But that is a handy way to do it. And that way you can kind of get into the crevices maybe a little better. But this will melt down in. Ooh, there's a big one. That's a big dude. And you kind of underfill to start with, because then you go back and finish them off. Hopefully. I might not have enough here. I don't know.
Well, I hope you do. I'm hungry now.
Mm-hmm. Last one, and it looks like I got the topping about just right from the very first one. So there we go. I'm going to do these in the air fryer at 370, and I'm going to cook them a little bit before I top with the cheese, because I don't want my cheese topping to burn. So let's get these in the air fryer. So I'm going in the air fryer, 370. Don't know how long, just till they're almost done, because when I put that cheese on top, it'll finish off in just a couple of minutes. If you're doing the regular oven, like 375, 400, just bake them until they're done. So I'm gonna set this for 12 minutes, see what happens. So there they are at 12 minutes. You can see, I mean, they're a little bit browned on top. They're good and hot. There's some liquid in there, meaning the water's coming out. Not yet, Mrs. Cheap. We gotta finish these off. Just a little bit of Asiago left over. Yeah, I'm gonna push that down a little bit.
Very hungry.
I know. And these are like, you know, like so many things. When they come out, they smell great, they look great, but you can't touch them right away because they are molten liquid cheese. And this was all with just parts of leftover stuff I had in the fridge.
So you could use like regular cream cheese. You could use, you know,
Absolutely.
breadcrumbs if you
Well,
want.
these are a little uneven. We needed a little more leftover Asiago.
Sorry.
Oh, well.
I went by the directions.
But yeah, I did that, and this is gonna all come together from start to finish in 30 minutes for a pretty fancy appetizer, I'm a-thinking. Let's go back in for about 3 minutes, and we should be good to go. There we go. Stuffed mushrooms, all with leftovers. Sausage, cream cheese, Asiago cheese, some Parmesan, a little green onion, mushroom stems. Man, now this is gonna be very hot. I'm gonna go ahead and cut into it here, so come on up. You know, normally you would just pop the whole thing in your mouth, but these are pretty big, really, though. So there you go. I know. I gotta do it. Careful. Hot. Mm-hmm. Mrs. Cheap is about ready to just climb over that camera and come over here. And I wouldn't blame her, it's worth it. These are so good. And like I said, there's no exact recipe. You just throw stuff together, you got a little binder in that cream cheese, but use those mushroom stems. Don't throw them out. Stuffed mushrooms, and you know what? I like them better in the air fryer than I've done them in the oven for years. I like them better in the air fryer. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, follow us, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, the TikTok. And we're going to keep the recipes coming. We love what we're doing. Thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up, share, subscribe. Thanks.